The Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi visited IIT Madras Research Park along with Mr. Ong Ye Kung, Minister of Education, Government of Singapore, and Dr. Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank, Union Minister of Human Resource Development, Government of India, on Monday, September 30th. We are overlaying this audio to Doordarshan's live coverage of the event. After attending the Singapore-India Hackathon event at our new 900-seater state-of-the-art auditorium, the Honorable Prime Minister took a brief tour of the IIT Madras Research Park and interacted with the startups incubated by IIT Madras Incubation Cell. Honorable Prime Minister was accompanied by Professor Ashok Jhunjhunwala, Professor in charge IIT Madras Research Park, and Dr. Pawan Goenka, Chairman Board of Governors IIT Madras. Prime Minister's first stop is the Research Park exhibit, where Rajendra Mota, COO of the Research Park, greeted him and briefed the dignitaries on industry-academia collaboration as well as the energy-saving technologies deployed in the Research Park. IITM Research Park is a non-profit company with the objective of promoting industry-academia interaction and innovation. It bridges the gap between research and development and industry challenges. The Research Park houses over 90 R&D companies and about 200 incubated companies. The Prime Minister next met with the scientists of Centre of Excellence in Wireless Technologies. Its main focus is to make India technologically self-reliant in 5G and telecom technology. This team is focused on research standards, implementation, and working towards a patent portfolio. They've been successful to set up the Low Mobility Large Cell for rural connectivity, included as a test case in ITU for 5G. As a part of the testbed project, the CIVIT team is building all the necessary components of the 5G chain. This includes base station, hardware, embedded software, and core network. As the PM steps into the next exhibit, we see Professor Jhunjhunwala and Dr. Prabjot Kaur thanking the PM for his support for electric vehicles in India and briefed the PM on the research activities at IIT Madras Centre for Battery Engineering and Electric Vehicles, also referred to as CBEV. He told the Prime Minister that EVs in India have to be unique and different from the rest of the world, as India's vehicles must be affordable and have to work higher temperature levels like 48 degrees Celsius. Moreover, Indian roads are dominated by 2- and 3-wheelers. This centre, sponsored by DHI as well as numerous private industries, is focused on making EVs and all its subsystems for India. There is fear that introduction of EVs in India would imply loss of jobs and imports would impact our GDP. This would certainly not happen if we make each subsystem of the EVs in India and not import. A large number of components goes into making a battery and a number of parts are involved in making a motor. If we make these components in India, lots of jobs will be created. Further, the lithium-ion battery used in EVs uses raw materials like lithium, cobalt, and nickel, for which there are no known sources in India. But our startups have learned to recover 90 to 95% of these materials from used batteries. Today, we throw away some 300 million used cell phone batteries. It is not only a health hazard, but we're also throwing away wealth. We can recover these precious raw materials to make new batteries. Professor requested the PM that we need to have a policy where every cell phone, laptop and electric car manufacturer is obliged to recover used batteries in their equipment and send them for effluent-free recycling. He also wanted the PM's support for battery swapping. Here, the EVs are purchased without batteries, thereby making them affordable, and charged batteries are made available on lease almost at every street corner. The batteries can be swapped once mostly discharged. This is quite similar to replacing an empty LPG gas cylinder with a filled one. This unique approach will significantly enhance the affordability of EVs in India. The FAME2 scheme does not currently support this, and Professor requested the PM that battery swapping be added to the scheme. CBEV is working with 8 to 9 startups which are focused on the task of developing indigenous EV technologies for India. Grinntech makes batteries especially for Indian temperatures and driving conditions. Ozone focuses on cooling technologies that help batteries last longer. Motors design and develop motors for Indian vehicles. Today, all these motors are imported. We are making every part in India. Flowtrik makes affordable chargers for Indian EVs. Esmito remotely monitors each battery cell and other parts of an EV continuously, in fact every second, and perform data analytics to identify issues and also help design better EV subsystems. ATRO develops technology for recycling lithium-ion batteries and recover raw materials to be reused in manufacturing new cells. Pybeam makes smaller electric vehicles like garbage collection tricycles, goods carrying vehicles, and electric bicycles. Ozone Motors makes a four-wheeler quadricycle with over 90% indigenous components. The next stop for the PM is Healthcare Technology Innovation Center. Dr. Mohan Shankar Sivaprakasamam, the professor in charge, is apprising the PM that the objective of HTIC is to develop technologies and commercially successful products that make India self-reliant in healthcare technology. Till date, HTIC have had 4 commercial successes and about 20 incubated companies. The eye examination equipment Trinetra is priced at 4 to 5 lakhs. The price for imported equipment is around 15 to 20 lakhs. Similarly, the price of other products developed with indigenous technology are typically 1/5 of the price of imported products. The Prime Minister is now at the Bio Incubator. Dr. Guhan Jayaraman and Karthik briefed the Prime Minister that Bio Incubator has incubated 15 startups currently. The sectors include healthcare and agrochemicals. NGH works on pheromone-based mosquito repellent. This equipment attracts, traps and kills mosquitoes, especially disease-causing ones, using pheromones. It can be used indoors as well as outdoors and is 100% safe. Fibsol have used nanotechnology to develop membrane-based fertilizers, 5 grams of which is enough to fertilize an acre of land. It increases the yield of the crop and decreases the logistics cost. Well, the question is, what is the farmer's psychology? Are they willing to use it? It may be difficult to convince farmers as they are used to large bags and applying them on the entire land by mixing it. How difficult would it be to spread these products across the field? Well, the product is water soluble and can be applied easily. The startup is clearly focused on the fact that technology alone is not good enough. The next stop for the Prime Minister is the Unifor exhibit. Unifor incubated in IIT Madras in 2008 under the guidance of Professor Ashok Jhunjhunwala, and today they are one of the global leaders in conversational AI technology. They are a perfect example of Made in India built for the world. Padma Bhushan John Chambers, former CEO of Cisco, is an investor in Unifor and a mentor to Unifor founders Umesh Sachdev and Ravi Sarogi. Unifor's technology is transforming the $350 billion customer service industry, and they are providing service in about 100 languages. Recently, they bagged funding valued at about 1,000 crore rupees. The Prime Minister is next at the International Centre for Clean Water, where he is greeted by Professor T. Pradeep, Ramesh Kumar, Vijay Sampath and Anshu. Professor T. Pradeep is presenting an overview of the ICCW activities. Clean water technologies are essential for the Clean India campaign known as the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, our Prime Minister's ambitious initiative. Also, ICCW's mission is aligned to the Jal Shakti Abhiyan through its various water conservation initiatives. Here, at the ICCW stall, nanotechnology-enabled water treatment projects using Amrit and CDI technologies and Vayujal atmospheric water harvester are being presented to the Prime Minister. Advanced material solutions for some of the most down-to-earth problems of the country are being exhibited. CDI, a desalination technology using advanced materials, produces water using an environment-friendly and affordable process. Millions of lives are endangered by arsenic contamination of groundwater and irrigation water in many parts of North India. Amrit, ICCW's sustainable and affordable arsenic removal technology, has the potential to transform India by providing clean drinking water for the common man. The PM is now at the Centre for Urbanization, Buildings and the Environment, also called CUBE. Dr. Ashwin Mahalingam, Professor in charge of the centre, and Major General Padmanabhan said that CUBE has been set up in partnership with the Government of Tamil Nadu to provide innovative applied engineering solutions to the construction and infrastructure industry. Through the use of prefabricated and pre-engineered technologies as well as through digitization and automation, the costs and duration of construction could be brought down but with improved quality. These technologies could have an impact in the housing sector related to the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, in the sanitation sector related to the Swachh Bharat mission, and in the infrastructure development sector. The next stop for Honorable Prime Minister is the IIT Madras Incubation Cell. Dr. Tamaswati Ghosh, CEO, is now speaking with the Prime Minister about IIT Madras Incubation Cell. IIT Madras Research Park is home to 4 sector-specific incubators, with IITM Incubation Cell as the nodal incubator. IITMIC today has over 200 incubated startups that are collectively valued over 6,000 crore, generating revenue of 300 crore and generating over 3,000 jobs. Startups work across a range of critical domains of national importance, and the founders are not only from IIT Madras but significant numbers are from other institutions and the industry. We now have the Prime Minister interacting with a few of them. Planis builds indigenous underwater robots for structural integrity assessment that help avoid dam bursts, river bridge collapses, etc. This technology avoids the use of manual work that is a huge risk to life. Planis has worked at more than 25 dam sites like Almaty and Indrasagar, and also railway bridges like Jamuna and Ganga crossings. They work in over 20 ports including Chennai and Vizag. Planis has also started to work in the defense sector. They are supported by ONGC and BPCL under Startup India. Agnikul builds 3D printed rockets that take small satellites to space. These rockets are quick to launch, less expensive, and do not need large infrastructure to launch. Like SpaceX does in US, Agnikul aspires to work with ISRO and help India do research and commercial activities in space. Fabheads develop new manufacturing technologies specific to automated manufacturing of carbon fiber parts. This technology has been developed for the first time indigenously in India. Just 3 other companies across the world have a comparable product in market. This can be used to make extremely light but very strong drones, and from bicycles to rockets, as light as plastic but as strong as steel. Detect's technology is a result of 10 years of deep and high-tech research and is capable of predicting pipeline leakages. It can tell when and where a pipe is going to leak, thereby saving thousands of workers' lives and the environment. It also works underground. Additionally, Detect have also built a drone-based technology where the sensor is placed on top of the drone and acquires data from chimneys, columns, etc., therefore predicting failures of these assets. Detect work with several large public sector and private industries, including international clients such as Shell. Neomotion can now be seen demonstrating their product to Honorable Prime Minister. Neomotion makes life-transforming products for the special needs individual. With NeoBolt, wheelchairs can go out easily without any support. NeoBolt can be attached independently to NeoFly by the wheelchair users. It can then be driven on any terrain safely. Using NeoBolt, wheelchair users can go to school, college and also get employed. Once they have reached the destination, they can detach NeoBolt, park it outside and go indoors. NeoFly is a customizable wheelchair which offers correct posture and is efficient to propel. 5 of India's fastest half marathons have been clocked on NeoFly. Neomotion are also building NeoLite, India's lightest wheelchair with a weight of 8 kg at global standards. AMTDC, Advanced Manufacturing Technology Development Center, is the next stop. This is the center of excellence on machine tools and production technology, working in collaboration with Indian industries to develop commercializable technologies that are currently being imported from countries like Japan, Germany, some of which are embargoed for use in India. The center has been set up with funding from Department of Heavy Industries.
Next stop is Ather Energy, an electric vehicle company founded by Tarun Mehta and Swapnil Jain in 2013. One of the front runners driving India's electric vehicle ambitions, Ather is manufacturing India's first intelligent electric scooter and an EV charging network, Ather Grid. Ather 450 is on display here, which can now be seen on the roads of Bangalore and more recently Chennai. The company is currently valued at over 3,000 crore rupees and plans to expand its product line and presence in over 35 Indian cities in the next 2 years.
PM now heads towards the elevator to visit a few more startups on the third floor. We briefly saw a 125-watt solar panel as the PM was coming in from the sky bridge. The next exhibit is a small home fully powered by this solar panel. It has a regular ceiling fan, a tube light, 2 bulbs, a cell phone charger, and also scope to power a small TV. This is only possible because solar power is available in DC form. We have a lithium-ion battery which takes in DC and gives out DC, with no need to convert to AC power, thus preventing 30 to 40% power loss. DC motor in a fan uses DC directly and consumes just 30 watts instead of 72 watts in a typical AC fan. The LED bulbs run on DC and the tube light consumes only 15 watts. These solar DC solutions have enabled access to off-grid electricity in remote and difficult terrains in India, including Rajasthan, Assam, Manipur, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. Implemented by Signe Energy, to date over 45,000 homes have been provided electricity under Saubhagya scheme by using this technology. This solar DC system, inverterless 500, can be connected to grid if available, and one can expand appliances such as air coolers, air conditioners, 48-volt solar DC powered freezers, all developed by Zasin. Prime Minister is now walking towards the Rural Technology and Business Incubator. RTBI supports startups aiming to make rural and social impact. For close to 13 years now, RTBI companies have been working in domains from skill development, Edtech, Agritech, energy to waste management. A recent incubator, Waste Chakra, is building a mobile pyrolysis unit to convert non-biodegradable plastics, which can be very harmful to the environment, into useful bioproducts. SkillVery's multi-skill simulators are indigenously developed and now being used in major industries and training centers that include more than 120 government ITIs. Currently, the platform offers training in welding and spray painting, with more skills being added. These simulators will prove helpful in addressing the growing skill training needs of the country across several sectors, including shipbuilding and automotive industry. The Honorable Prime Minister is now trying his hand at using the spray painting training simulator. Dell Labs has pioneered the world of milk tech services and provides IoT and cloud-based digitization solutions benefiting the entire ecosystem of dairy farmers, aggregators, dairy processors and consumers. The Smart Move cloud platform and application suite has helped improve productivity of milk, enhance the quality and bring traceability to the milk supply chain. Cow Fitbit, the animal wearable along with farm-side herd management application, helps improve dairy farm economics significantly. With over 17 lakh farmers registered on the Dell Labs Smart Move platform, banks and insurance companies are leveraging the digital data to make their services more affordable to farmers. Edsix are innovators in the space of cognitive skills assessment and training. Edsix have different product variants for kindergarten to 12th and children with special needs. They have devised a game and puzzle-based method that is immersive for children and at the same time metrics-driven, helping them to improve these core skills. Edsix aims to measure, track and certify aptitude for students coming from different backgrounds irrespective of their numeracy and literacy skills. Desicrew's mission is to create digital jobs in rural India, training and employing young women and men in villages so that they can work in their own village and don't have to migrate to urban areas. Just as TCS and Infosys brought IT jobs into Chennai, Bangalore and Hyderabad, Desicrew are getting the data jobs directly into the villages, delivering to global companies like Google and Microsoft from the village centers, working 24/7. Desicrew are 1,000 people strong today, with 70% of the workforce being women and 70% of the team also less than 25 years old, working in future skills like AI and image annotation. Desicrew is working towards creating 1 million jobs in rural India. At this point, the Honorable Prime Minister can be seen thanking the startups. This concludes the Prime Minister's interactions with the startups at the IIT Madras Research Park, and we can see the PM leaving the research park to get to the IIT Madras campus for the convocation. We thank you very much for watching this video.